Run another day, 5 miles in the books, proof right here. And before the run, also got in some body weight pull-ups as well. Warmed up with 2 sets of 5 reps, followed by 3 sets of 25, 1 set of 22, 1 set of 13, and 2 sets of 10, making that 140 total pull-ups for the day. And today just feels good to finally be able to run longer than a mile. And today also actually is the start of me seriously training for that 100-mile ultra and also chasing the 477-pound deadlift. And the race that I'm aiming for the 100-miler is on October 31st, Silver Moon Race in Reedley, California. I haven't signed up for the race just yet, just because it's a little far away, a little less than 12 weeks, but I don't want to sign up for the race and then for it to be canceled and me committing $180 to sign up for it. So I'm going to wait till it gets a little closer before I sign up for it to see how it turns out. But I am running a 100-miler by the end of the year, regardless if I'm running that one or if I have to do it self-supported by myself again at the park/lake by my house. It's going to happen 100%. And I'm just excited because this is the first week of serious training. I get to put in the work. I get to put on my shoes, pound the pavement, pound the asphalt, the dirt, whatever you want to call it, and also chase that 477-pound deadlift. Let's go. Let's get to some questions. First question comes from Liz. She asks, what are your 3 favorite things you like to do to treat and take care of yourself? Number 1, and one of my golden rules, I have to have dessert every single day, whether that's ice cream, cake, pie, whatever it is. I need at least 1 serving of dessert daily. Number 2, anytime there is a UFC fight, whether that's a pay-per-view card or a fight night, I always at least have to tune in to the main card. And number 3, anytime I go out on a super long run, 20 miles or more, I always like to eat out. Brandon asks, how do you typically go about DMing someone? So before I DM someone, I usually like to build some sort of relationship, some sort of rapport, usually through the form of super comments, likes for a bare minimum of 1 to 2 weeks. The longer you do this, the better. It can be a month, 3 months, 6 months, heck, even up to a year. And I will say this, every case is case by case. But now that I've decided I want to DM someone because I want to get to know them, maybe I have a question for them, maybe they just seem like a cool person to be around, someone that I want to surround myself with, but now I've decided I want to DM them. And the longer that I personally do this super comment with that other person, and usually they'll do it back, the deeper relationship that I have. And when I say deeper relationship, I don't mean that we're best friends or anything, but obviously a deeper relationship, and I feel that I kind of know this person versus someone that I've been doing this for, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks. But let's start off with the 2 to 3 weeks person, someone that I'm not super comfortable with and I don't really know that well, but we've been supporting each other for 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to be a little more formal. I'm going to say hi and then their name, because using their name is a lot more personal. And then I would give them a compliment on whatever or however that they've affected my life with whatever video that they made. And I'll usually like to include some sort of personal story or whatever lesson that they're talking about. I'll include my personal experience. And then there are the people where you feel like you kind of know a little bit better. Maybe you've been super commenting with them for 2 months. And I'll give you a good example. Here is my first DM that I sent my homie Kevin a while back. And at that point, me and Kevin had been super commenting on each other's videos. I forget how long it was, but I think it was at least 6 weeks. He's been supporting me, I've been supporting him, so I felt that we have a pretty decent relationship. And also at that time, he made a YouTube video on how to use your camera in manual mode. So I watched the video, I found a lot of value in it, so I took notes on a note card. So when I DM'd him a picture of the note card of the notes that I took. And as you can also tell, I was very informal. Bro! Because At that point, I felt that we were bros. And I gave him a compliment on how that video affected me. So I'm so glad that I DM'd him, because since then, I've been able to reach out to him anytime that I have videography questions, photography questions, camera gear questions, and he's been really responsive, and he helps me answer any questions that I have. Plus, we're also working on a collab, and this all would not have been possible if I didn't send him that first DM. Ariel asks, I wonder what you will ask God first when you go to heaven. So I am not necessarily religious. I believe in a higher power, but I don't know what that higher power is. Though, if I were to go to heaven and meet God, I would ask him, did I live up to my potential? Lamar asks, how many hours of sleep do you try to get in a night? So for me, I know my body needs 8 hours of sleep each and every night. Even if I get one less hour, I will be absolutely crushed the next day, just because I have a pretty heavy training / exercise program. And depending on what I did the day before as well in terms of training and exercise, I might need to throw in a 30 to 45 minute nap that day so that it can help aid in my recovery a bit more. Also, fun fact, I haven't slept with a pillow in about 5 years. So today I'm going to share with you all my everyday carry in terms of what I take out on my runs, in terms of gear, in terms of clothes, and I'm going to break this up into 2 sections. Section 1, everything that I take on a 5 mile or less run, and then section 2, everything I take on a 5 mile or more run. So let's get started. What I take out on a 5 mile or less run. And I'm going to start from the top down. And first thing that goes on into my head is a running hat. I prefer a running hat over sunglasses just because 1, it keeps the sun out of my eyes, and 2, it catches the sweat running down my face. Plus, I think a running hat is a bit more fashionable. Second item would have to be a dry fit shirt. And I like these looser dry fit shirts and not the tight ones. And I definitely hardly ever run in cotton anymore just because cotton shirts are terrible when it comes to soaking up the sweat. Moving down to my lower half, I always wear a pair of leggings. And I am a long leggings type of guy. I'm not a short leggings type of guy. It really just allows for that full range of motion when I run, and it also prevents chafing in my lower half. And on top of my leggings, I like to wear a pair of running shorts. And I don't know why running shorts come with this inside kind of like tidy whitey casing. I think that's just what it is, but I actually find that a little annoying. And I've also been wondering, do people freeball it in running shorts? Because I personally don't, and that's why I wear leggings, but I also wear boxers. And with boxers, they are constricting around the legs. So if I were to wear boxers and running shorts, it would be constricting. So that's why I don't. But do people freeball it in running shorts? Moving down even further, I like to wear just regular socks on my 5 mile or less runs. These are cotton Under Armour ones. And in terms of footwear, currently right now, I am wearing the Nike Peg 37s. And that's all the clothes that I wear. In terms of gear, I am wearing a Garmin Forerunner 235. I have Apple AirPods. And because it has been really hot outside and the sun beaming on me, can't forget about some sunscreen. And now for everything that I take out on a 5 mile or more run. So everything that I just mentioned on the 5 mile or less run, I'll also use those items for the 5 mile or more run. And first up, we have my running vest. And with my running vest, I got this off Amazon. It was a good deal, but the quality isn't necessarily the best, but also I'm frugal and this does everything that I needed to do. Because as you can tell, I've washed this a few times, but the strings, like, they don't retract back. So in terms of quality, not necessarily the best, but as I said, it does everything that I needed to do. And the brand is Aeon Ninja from Amazon. And the one that I have is the 2 water bottle pocket one. And it comes with 2 water bottles, but usually I just fill up 1 water bottle with water. I'll put that one in here, and then I'll put my phone on this other side. And when I'm going out on a 5 mile or less run, obviously I just run with my phone in my hand. And with this vest as well, there is a back pocket, so if I need to stash more food, more gear, whatever it is, I'll put it in that back pocket. But cool thing about this vest, there are a few additional front pockets as well. And typically when I run 5 to 10 miles, I won't bring any food with me. But if I run 10 to 15, I'll bring 1 pack of the Cliff Blocks. And for each additional 5 miles that I run after 15, I'll bring 1 additional food item. And I'll usually store that in the front if there's room, but if not, I'll just store it in the back. And something newly added to my long runs are running socks. And I'll wear these running socks on my shorter runs, but I don't feel like I absolutely need to. If I find a pair of cotton socks first, I'll just wear those. But my girlfriend got me 3 pair of running socks the last week of the Calendar Club Challenge, and I really feel that they make a huge difference, especially on those long runs. And I remember, I think it was the last 10 days or 2 weeks of the Calendar Club Challenge, my second toenail on my left foot fell off. And there was just a lot of pressure there. And I was also feeling a lot of pressure on my right foot, my 4th toenail, and I thought that toenail was gonna fall off too. But then I started using these running socks, and the pressure went away on my right foot, but my left foot, the toenail had already fallen off at that point. And the reason why I didn't get running socks before is because I'm super frugal, and I'm like 10 to 15 bucks for a pair of socks. Nah, I'm just gonna get the regular ones. I can get 3 for 15 or 4 for 15 or whatever it is. So that's why I haven't gotten them, but I really do feel like they work pretty well. In terms of footwear for my long runs, right now I am choosing the Nike React Milers, at least for the time being. And as you can tell, I am a notorious heel striker, and these shoes are actually a bit over mileage at about 600 or 700 miles in them already, though I feel I can put in a couple hundred more miles in them before they are completely shot and I can't wear them on any of my runs. So thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed that video. Let me know down in the comments if you have any additional questions for me. Would love to hear from you all. Please give this video a thumbs up. It'd really help me out. If you want to catch another one of my videos, there's a video right here. There's a video right here. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button right here. See you all tomorrow.